Major funding for NJTV News is provided in part by RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together. NJM Insurance Group, serving the insurance needs of New Jersey residents and businesses for more than 100 years. And Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
NJTV News, a spotlight on sexual harassment protocols.
State legislators meet to update their own sexual harassment policy, and some rally in support of Judge Kavanaugh's now 2 accusers.
Clergy leaders call out the Assembly Speaker for what they say is his lack of support for an independent prosecutor bill.
During Hurricane Irene, this was a river. The water came up to here. Now, there's a brand new flood wall.
Plus, unveiling a package of measures to help feed the hungry. Those stories and more next on NJTV News.
Live from the Agnes Varus NJTV studio at 2 Gateway Center in Newark, this is NJTV News with Mary Alice Williams.
Hello, thank you for joining us. An upgrade for sexual harassment policies. Well before Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh's name was brought up in connection with sexual assault, New Jersey's procedures governing state lawmakers were found to be among the nation's weakest. Now, as the Assembly considers new rules and new training, some rallied to be heard. Chief Political Correspondent Michael Aaron reports.
With the nation riveted on sexual assault and harassment allegations against Supreme Court nominee Judge Brett Kavanaugh, 6 Democratic state senators in Trenton today rallied on behalf of the 2 women accusers.
We have to raise our voice and say that the person who they want to be on the highest court in the land, he will not be there. We will not back down.
The rally was organized by Senator Joseph Vitale, who's been leading an effort to get justice for victims of clergy sexual abuse in the Catholic Church.
All of the accusers of someone who has raped them or assaulted them, their voices need to be heard. Those two women who have accused Kavanaugh of assault, their voices need to be heard.
The legislature has been examining its own sexual harassment policies. Today, the Assembly Budget Committee unanimously passed a bill that would affect all members of the Assembly, their staffs, and affiliated agencies. It requires online sexual harassment training at least once every 2 years and sets up a new procedure for handling harassment complaints.
We can no longer continue going through every day waking up saying, well, so-and-so reported it to her boss, but that boss never reported it here. Or, these are 10-year-old claims. Everybody has a voice that needs to be heard, and we need to make it clear that there's zero tolerance for sexual harassment.
Every single person in corporate America, in government, in the legislature, we should know that we maintain each other's space, that I don't touch you, I don't say anything to you that's offensive, and that's how I brought up my children. I expect them to act that way. I think that we should all understand those concepts.
The overhaul comes 8 months after a national study by the Associated Press found New Jersey's sexual harassment policy among the weakest in the nation.
Everywhere else in the workplace, there's a sexual harassment policy, and I think that finally we've caught up to where it is that we need to be.
You have to go back 25 years to find a he said, she said scandal in the legislature. If there have been allegations, they have not been subject to OPRA, the Open Public Records Act.
We've had some cases that have moved forward which have been held confidential, so we don't always have all the information. One of the things in this new policy, it will make final letters of determination operable. So hopefully we don't have a problem, but if we do, people have a process spelled out.
You think there's a problem?
I don't know that there's a problem, but if one person is being treated incorrectly by someone else, then there is a problem.
I don't think we could be too cognizant. We need to constantly improve and be more aware and better educated on how we should be interacting with our staff and with our colleagues.
The Senate and Assembly are each crafting their own new sexual harassment policies. They'll need the governor's signature, but apply to each house only. This was all in the works before sexual harassment took center stage in Washington. In Trenton, I'm Michael Aaron, NJTV News.
Over the last year, more than one death each month has been due to a police-involved shooting. Now, some members of the clergy want independent prosecutors appointed to investigate police shootings of unarmed citizens. Senior correspondent David Cruz reports.
There are good policemen and women trying to do their job in difficult circumstances.
Clergy at today's press conference wanted to make it clear that they are not anti-cop, but they say police-involved shootings, at least 20 over the past year, 13 fatal statewide, are a cause for concern, and that the number of unarmed individuals killed by police, 9 fatally this year, according to the Washington Post, is a cause for even greater concern. Unimpressed with the response to these shootings from county prosecutors, the group is calling on Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin to back a bill that would require the state attorney general to take over investigations into police-involved fatal shootings.
This is an opportunity for New Jersey to stand on the side of justice and to stand with family members in New Jersey and around the country who have lost loved ones and still cannot determine how these loved ones have died.
A similar bill, S-1036, cleared the state Senate earlier this year. It also requires that any trial that takes place be shifted to a venue outside the county in which the shooting occurred. Less opportunity for the men and women in the county prosecutor's office and local police forces to fall into any potential conflicts of interest that may arise from their working together so closely.
Let's have a thorough, transparent investigation. We can clear it up. Right is right, wrong is wrong, and then go forward as a community. But without that happening, you're going to continue to have problems, a lack of transparency, and you're going to have families that are grieving, not knowing what really happened.
We're here to address Governor Phil Murphy as well. Governor Murphy was recently elected to the state of New Jersey, and much of his support has come from people who are disproportionately affected by many of the incidents that have brought us here today. Many of the people who have been affected supported Governor Murphy.
Asked at an unrelated event whether A3115 would ever see the light of day, the speaker said the issue wasn't on his radar today.
We're going to do what we always do in the Assembly. We're going to go through a thorough and thoughtful process of evaluating each of those bills, and then we'll make a decision that's right. Interested to hear what comes out of that meeting. Thanks.
The Attorney General's office says a 2015 directive already allows Graywall to act as an independent prosecutor, but supporters of the bill say they want that to be codified into law. The Assembly bill is not yet scheduled for committee review, and despite having Deputy Speaker Benji Wimberly as a co-sponsor, pastors here say they can't get a meeting with the Speaker, even though they've made repeated requests. They say they're trying to be patient, but that well is beginning to run dry. In Edison, I'm David Cruz, NJTV News.
Tariffs top tonight's business news. Rhonda Schaffler is off today. Here with details of that and more is Joanna Gagos. Joanna?
Mary Alice, the trade war with China escalated today as the Trump administration levied new tariffs on an additional $200 billion of Chinese goods. China quickly retaliated with additional tariffs on U.S. goods of $60 billion. Now, the industries affected include liquefied natural gas, wood, coffee, frozen meat and vegetables, and chemical products. Now, China recently canceled talks with the U.S. and is reportedly waiting until after the November midterm elections to reschedule. It was recently ranked one of the worst airports in the country, but a $7 million grant from the Federal Aviation Administration could improve things at Newark Liberty. The money will be used to fix the roads around the airport so drivers have an easier time coming and going. Newark is one of the busiest airports in the region, and U.S. Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao said the funds will ensure that it remains an economic engine as demand grows. Governor Phil Murphy attended Amazon's ribbon cutting for its new fulfillment center in Edison today. He got to see the robots preparing product for shipping. Amazon still hasn't announced the location of its second headquarters, and Murphy offered a reminder of New Jersey's qualifications.
We have everything right here that a global company like Amazon needs. We've got a great workforce. eager, smart, and skilled. We have a location that's second to none, easily connected to markets and tens of millions of customers.
Amazon had planned to announce its HQ headquarters by this past summer. The Earl of Wessex made a stop in Mahwah recently. He attended the building dedication for the new headquarters of Jaguar Land Rover North America. The Mahwah location employs nearly 400 people on a 12-acre campus that comes complete with New Jersey farm-to-table food service and New Jersey coffee. On Wall Street, stocks fell today over concerns of a trade war. The Dow dropped 181 points. And those are your top business stories.
Support for the Business Report is provided by SJ Magazine, the heart and soul of South Jersey. Online at sjmagazine.net.
Cases of West Nile virus have spiked to record highs here in New Jersey. The health commissioner reporting 31 human cases so far, up from just 8 last year, and 2 Bergen County residents have died. Authorities are blaming the hot, wet summer that boosted the mosquito population. Bergen County's been spraying the highest risk areas, and it's recommended residents use repellent and wear long sleeves and pants. Just as hurricane season heats up, a major flood protection project is being completed near the chronically flooding confluence of the Raritan and Millstone rivers. Senior correspondent Brenda Flanagan has this effort to manage the peril and promise the challenge of climate change.
About 8 inches of rain from Hurricane Irene sent rivers over their banks in Bridgewater. Power failed briefly at the American Water Treatment Plant, source of water for 1 million New Jersey residents. Bob Schaefer remembers hunkering down inside 7 years ago.
It was some very tense moments there, and we had our prior floodgates closed, and we had employees in here.
There's a flood wall around the plant, and in 2011, it topped off right here. Now, these are floodgates. And as Irene came through, right on the other side, a river of water was raging and rising. Plant operator Oleg Kostin described the scene.
During Hurricane Irene, we came within 1 inch of coming over the existing wall that we had there. Literally 1 inch. There's actually a picture, we call it the money shot, where there's a ruler up against the top of the wall, and it was within 1 inch of coming over the top of that wall.
American Water needed to better protect its vulnerable assets, and 18 months ago launched a $37 million project to harden its perimeter. Homeland Security's declared this plant Tier 1 critical infrastructure.
This is an incredibly critical facility. It serves approximately 1 in 9 residents in the state directly. If and when this facility ever goes down, it impacts $1 billion worth of economic activity, over $1 billion.
Today, a ribbon cutting celebrated completion of several flood protection upgrades. The utility built new flood walls, protected its power plant with a berm and pump system, and doubled the height of its perimeter wall defenses to 48 feet above flood stage for a catastrophic event.
It's a 500-year frequency flood. So that's based on the hydraulic analysis of the basin here, the watershed.
It's a trend. Climatologists note 8 of the top 10 Jersey floods have occurred since 1996, including Hurricane Floyd, which completely flooded the plant. Back then, it had no flood walls.
The Coast Guard came and actually evacuated us out, and I was the last person to leave.
These are extreme events, so you need to be patient as a climatologist to be able to attribute them to any one thing. But they do fit a pattern of climate change, a more extreme environment.
American Water had considered even stronger defenses for a 1,000-year flood, but the cost proved prohibitive. They're hoping this is enough for now.
It's a real big sigh of relief, believe me, because if the water comes over the top of this, I think I'll retire.
In Bridgewater, I'm Brenda Flanagan, NJTV News.
Amid the wealth of New Jersey, nearly 1 million people go to bed hungry. Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin was at the Community Food Bank in Hillside to spotlight what's being done to help those still chasing the dream. Brianna Venozzi reports.
Fresh off a weekend that emphasized a fractured party, Speaker Craig Coughlin shifted focus today to an issue he plans to make a cornerstone during his time in leadership.
Try to bring attention to the needs of the hungry and to eliminate it.
Touring the Community Food Bank of New Jersey in Hillside, Coughlin unveiled a series of anti-hunger bills aimed at helping over 1 million residents considered food insecure, meaning despite best efforts, they are unable to provide enough healthy food for themselves or their family.
We're going to move forward with some bills that will do some simple things in terms of making everyone know where they can go to get assistance by providing a requirement to do a link to those things.
More specifically, an anti-hunger link posted on all state government websites, listing the state's food programs, including shelters, pantries, and soup kitchens. 2 separate bills will address food insecurity for college students and reimburse school districts purchasing Jersey-grown produce for the cafeteria.
The new ALICE report from the United Way of Northern New Jersey is coming out at the end of October, and it will show that we've actually increased our inequality, especially for working poor, up to 41% of people in our state, and 3/4 of those folks are actually working and still unable to get by, but also relying on places like the Community Food Bank where we are today.
How many food pantries do you serve?
So we serve just shy of 1,000 pantries and other community partners throughout the state.
The food bank distributes enough food for 47 million meals a year. That's about 56 million pounds of food. Thousands of volunteers work to serve the approximately 1 in 8 New Jerseyans who need assistance. Coughlin says the bills are still being drafted, but he plans to enact the Food Desert Elimination Act to address so-called food deserts, places where there's no access to healthy foods and transportation within a mile. Retaining larger chain supermarkets in those areas has proven tough.
What we really want to do is provide an incentive for those businesses, and we recognize that there are challenges for them to overcome.
So the bills are a work in progress. Speaker Coughlin says you can expect to see them introduced in the coming months. In Hillside, Brianna Vannozzi, NJTV News.
Making history, that tops tonight's Garden State Express. Our first stop, Newark, where Reverend Carly Hughes has been consecrated as the Episcopal Diocese's 11th bishop, first woman, and first African-American. Her chief consecrator, presiding Bishop Michael B. Curry, the day before she was elected, made headlines for his sermon at the royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Reverend Hughes replaces retiring Bishop Right Reverend Mark Beckwith, who co-hosts NJTV's A Matter of Faith. Reverend Hughes' consecration service was held at Trinity and St. Philip's Cathedral, which received its charter from King George II in 1746, was rebuilt in 1810, and is the nation's oldest Episcopal cathedral. Next to Princeton, where the university's historic 1756 vintage Nassau Hall is being restored. Built to raise scholars, Old Nassau in colonial times also served as a barracks, hospital, and military prison. In the 1777 Battle of Princeton, cannonballs fired by Alexander Hamilton left a ding on the south side. In 1783, it briefly served as the nation's capital. Its bell was recast after the fire of 1802 and was completely melted in the fire of 1855. Its roof was replaced in the 1960s. By next spring, the copper-clad cupola and roof will be restored to their former glory, the old-fashioned way. Finally, West Orange, where a town dating back to 1862 has a newfangled way to freshen things up. A unique wall-climbing graffiti robot named Albert has created 2 600-square-foot murals along Main Street. One of Torrey Corner, taken from a 1920s postcard, the other of inventor Thomas Edison. The spray printer is programmed to allow 5 cans of spray paint to work simultaneously to produce a full-color image using a pixelated style with a dot diameter of 0.4 inches, leaving a photorealistic impression that looks even more realistic the farther away from it you get, we're told. And that's your Garden State Express for Monday, September 24th. Something up in your neighborhood? Tip us off. American feminist movement leader is lending her name to a new initiative at Rutgers University. Journalist Gloria Steinem joined journalist and activist Naomi Klein, who will spearhead the Gloria Steinem Endowed Chair in Media, Culture, and Feminist Studies. She'll teach, research, and engage students in the role of activist journalists. Steinem's goals?
Well, I hope that they become both newsmakers and news consumers of conscience, so that we don't pass on anything that we don't understand as accurate or incomplete ourselves, and each of us can do that.
A tough measure to curb drunk driving. Anyone found guilty of driving under the influence would not only have his license suspended, but his ignition disabled. Michael Hill reports.
Nearly 4 decades after its founding, Mothers Against Drunk Driving is still waging a fight in state legislatures.
What I've seen over the years is as the laws addressing drunk driving have become more refined, less fatalities would occur, and the correlation is remarkable.
Stephen Benvenisti was read his last rites and eventually had 15 surgeries to save his life after a drunk driver hit him crossing the street in 1989. Today, Benvenisti serves on MAD's national board. He came back to the state legislature to lobby for a bill conditionally vetoed 3 years ago, mandating ignition interlock devices on cars for first offenders.
Since that time, since it was vetoed, we lost 245 people in the state of New Jersey to drunk driving. So this legislation will save lives.
Second and third offenders must breathe into what looks like a breathalyzer. If it detects a certain level of blood alcohol, the device will lock the ignition and prevent that person from driving. Benvenisti says 32 other states and D.C. have ignition interlock for all convicted drunk drivers, driving down drunk driving deaths by as much as 52% in some states.
Do you know the CDC has determined that this type of legislation reduces drunk driving rearrest rates by 67%, which is compelling. So the data is there. And in a state like New Jersey that's so densely populated, that loses hundreds of people every single year to drunk driving fatalities, a crime that's completely preventable, this legislation without question will save lives, and it's long overdue.
The bill would shorten license suspensions and jail time for drunk driving crimes, but mandate the ignition interlock for all those convicted of it. The Senate Judiciary Committee voted in favor of the bill.
What we need to do here is change their behavior. We want to make sure that people do not drive in an intoxicated fashion. And if it is a minor offense, no one's had any injury as a result of it, perhaps the person just is an isolated incident, we'll give them the opportunity to maintain their driver's license, but to get to work, but also to make sure that they cannot do it. So if you have this ignition interlock device in all offenders, you're going to change people's behavior. You're going to safeguard the public at the same time.
With the committee vote, the ignition interlock device moves a step closer to becoming law and applying to first-time offenders. Benvenisti says he has a plea to those who drink and consider driving. Heed the advice of those around you not to do it.
And that individual may be angry at them that night for trying to stop them from getting behind the wheel of a car, but that same person will be alive the next day to say thank you for saving my life.
And perhaps the lives of others as well. In Trenton, Michael Hill, NJTV News.
Some noteworthy facts that help you know Jersey. There are more than 1.1 million food insecure people living here. Feed New Jersey says more than a third of them are children. The American Water Treatment Plant in Bridgewater provides drinking water for more than 1 million New Jersey residents. The New Jersey College for Women opened 100 years ago. It's now the Douglas College of Rutgers University. And at the time of its completion in 1756, Nassau Hall was the largest stone building in colonial America. If there's someone who you'd like to get to know Jersey, share. Use hashtag #KnowJersey. Tomorrow on NJTV News, an Attorney General update on opioid addiction. And tonight on NJTV, nature goes to wild France. To share any story you've seen tonight, go to njtvnews.org. I'm Mary Alice Williams. For all the men and women of NJTV News, thanks for being here. See you tomorrow.
members of the New Jersey Education Association, making public schools great for every child. And PSE&G, we make things work for communities. Lead funding for Peril and Promise is provided by Dr. P. Roy Vagelos and Diana T. Vagelos. Major support is provided by the Mark Haas Foundation and Sue and Edgar Wackenheim III. Funding for Chasing the Dream is provided by the JPB Foundation and the Ford Foundation.
NJM Insurance Company has been serving New Jersey policyholders for more than 100 years. But just who are NJM's policyholders? They're the social service and nonprofit pioneers who lend a helping hand. Science and technology innovators. The men and women who provide our skilled labor. And our homegrown champions. The people who make our state a great place to call home. NJM, we've got New Jersey covered.
I'm fighting cancer.
I'm fighting cancer.
I am fighting cancer.
I fight every day.
Every night.
Every hour.
Every minute. And every
second.
RWJ Barnabas Health, together with the Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey, brings the latest research, treatments, and clinical trials close to home.
We're fighting cancer.
And I'm not fighting alone.
RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's beat cancer together.